And I've got several fond memories of Jim, but his donation right there when we were looking to really jumpstart our football program was instrumental to the success and the ultimate ACC championship. Lauren, I think you were talking, you hadn't heard the story about the RV, but in 2006, we were at the ACC championship game. We did a big tailgate, and Jim's calling me on the phone with him, trying to walk him to the Wake Forest RV. And I said, Jim, you know, it's the Wake Forest RV. It's purple and green. And there was this long silence on the phone, and he said, purple and green? I said, yeah, you know, the Wake Forest RV, it's purple and green. Well, before you leave, if you go by the RV that is now black and gold, Jim said, we win this game, I'm going to design and wrap you the best Wake Forest RV you have ever seen. And sure enough, we won the game. I drove the RV down to Miami. Jim had it designed, wrapped. We met the team on the tarmac when the team came down there for the Orange Bowl, and it was fantastic. And so when you head back, take a look at the RV. Also, Jim, and I was telling the group earlier, Jim was the perfect combination of an irritant and inspiration. For y'all all know Jim well, and you can appreciate that. You know, that Deacon Tower right there was really, Jim was the irritant and the inspiration that really led to that. My office, which is in Bridger Fieldhouse, was converted into a box suite for Jim and his friends, and he came to me and he said, hey, we need a box suite. He's like, well, actually, we need a whole row of box suites. We need a tower. I was like, okay, we're on it. We're working on it. We're designing it. He's like, but in the meantime, I want a box suite. And I was like, okay. So I had a little, still to this day, it's not the way it was, but I had a little, like a filing hutch. Well, Jim had it converted into a bar. We moved my desk to the back wall. We installed chairs, and that was the first box suite at BB&T Field for Jim and his friends. And you may have been invited in there, but that was the first one. But then all along, we were in the planning process. Jim was like, when are we going to get this done? When are we going to get this done? When are we going to get this done? It was the first box suite. Well, and then we designed it, we rolled it out, and I think at the time, you guys were into all your sports. He's like, well, I really don't need a box suite anymore. I'm like, Jim, you were the first commitment. You're getting a box suite. And he's like, oh, yeah, you're right. Okay, I'll get one. I probably won't use it, but I'm getting one. But then probably my most fond memory of Jim was, I guess it was 2010 homecoming, and I know a lot of you were there. And Jim's box suite, and he comes up to me and he says, it's like 2 hours after the game. And I'm like, Jim, you know, it's 2 hours after the game. It's about time to close the door. He's like, Barry, we're staying. Like, what do you mean you're staying? He's like, we're having a great time. We're staying. And I said, all right, Jim, that's fine. Y'all stay. And I don't know how long y'all stayed in that box suite. That's the last time I saw Jim Judson having a wonderful, wonderful time in that suite. So, go Deeks. Wake Forest, I would say, we miss Jim and Beth Judson. We absolutely. Wake will never be the same. But I can tell you Wake's a better place because of it.
Hey everybody, I'm very proud to be able to represent the Lambda-Kais, who are a very large part of Jim's life, and really we all miss him in Beth, but I do want to say that Jim early on came to the conclusion that the quality of Wake Forest academically would be raised, and the quality of the football program was raised. And he felt very strongly about that, put his money where his mouth was, twisted a bunch of arms, and really kicked off an upgrade to the program that I think still carries through today. So we're all very proud of him and proud of his kids, and I'm thankful to have been part of his life and hope to remain a part of the kid's life throughout. Thank you very much.
We all have so many fond memories of Jim and Beth Judson, and I could go into many of those incidents as Barry did and aptly did, and Barry described Jim perfectly. An inspiration and an irritant. He was much more of an inspiration to me. The one thing that quickly became evident when I met Jim was that once you get him engaged, he's engaged, and he never let go. I consider him one of the best leaders that I have ever known. He's one of the best leaders because he asked questions. He wanted to know what your business was really about. He asked more questions of me than anybody that I've ever been associated with. And they were good questions, and because he wanted to represent the university well. And he carried that, his entree back to the university was through the athletic department. And he truly believed that the front porch of the university is the athletic department. And so he wanted us to do well through the athletic department for the university. And the questions that he asked and the things he did as a result of his association with the athletic department still are remarkable. He was on the alumni board. He was on the board of trustees. He was just beginning his second term on the board of trustees. He was on the Deacon Club board of directors, and he was an active member in all of those activities. He did whatever he felt best for the university, and he encouraged us to consider what he felt best for the university as well. He was just a remarkable man, someone that I learned an awful lot from, and someone that I know you miss, and I do too. He and Beth were just wonderful people, and we look forward to every moment that we had with them. I'm going to read a quote to you from our football coach, and I just talked with Jim and read him this quote that we dug up and asked him if it would be all right if I read the quote at this event. And he gave me permission to do so. And the quote is, "Words cannot express the gratitude I have for my friend Jim Judson. Our coaching staff considered him a part of our family. His vision for the ACC championship was realized through his generosity and commitment to Wake Forest. Our love for Jim will live on through his example of putting others before himself. He truly blessed us all." That summarizes Jim and Beth Judson perfectly. And I would like to, Barry, why don't you come on up, and we'd like to present this memory to Dean and Lauren, if you would come up at this time so we can present the Orange Bowl effect.
Hello everyone, I'm Dean, and that's my sister Lauren. Just wanted to thank you all for being here, and just what an honor it is to see so many people celebrating the legacy of my parents. You know, it's been amazing. It feels so good to be back here at Wake Forest, especially. Lauren and I, we obviously didn't go to Wake Forest, but you know, we grew up in this athletic program. I would say been coming here since we were just little kids. We've seen the good and the bad of Wake Forest, and the most memorable would have to be some of those Josh Howard days, and in the Orange Bowl, obviously. I don't know if everyone here was at the Orange Bowl, but it was such an amazing event. I've never seen so much Wake Forest pride, so much Wake Forest media coverage that they got, which you can see on the article in the Judson Lobby. Actually, kind of tells you about how much press Wake Forest got during that game, and it was unbelievable. We were there, we rode in the RV around, and it was so fun. It was just an amazing experience just to be in Miami for New Year's Eve, and then let alone being able to go to a Wake Forest Louisville game, even though it didn't come out, but it was still just an amazing event to be there. I didn't know how my dad was always getting access to all these, you know, boxes and Wake Forest games and RVs and everything, and it wasn't until my dad and my mom passed away until we kind of learned the Orange Bowl effect and what it was. Barry kind of told me a little bit about it. This article has kind of been around for a year or two now, or the idea for it, and so I really had no idea what it was, and it was awesome to kind of learn about all the contributions he made, and it was just amazing to see. You know, he did that for Wake Forest, but he also did that at High Point, my alma mater, Southern Miss, my sister, where she currently is in school. similar donations, maybe not on the level that he made here at Wake Forest. It was his alma mater, obviously, but he made, I played soccer at High Point University, and Lauren plays golf at Southern Miss, and, our parents have made contributions there as well, and kind of the same idea there that the athletics are going to help promote the academics there, which I don't know if you are familiar with High Point, but it's really done a lot there too, and it's grown a lot. But it was just amazing to see that. My mom and dad have been with Lauren and I throughout all of our athletic ideas. I think maybe they were more into it than us sometimes. My dad would even step up to be the coach of our soccer team, which he knew nothing about sometimes, and just, I don't know, just his effect on our team being there. I think we were undefeated with him as our coach. So that kind of just goes to show what kind of guy he was. And he went to every one of Lauren's golf tournaments, obviously, and unfortunately, one of them didn't end up well. But he went to all my soccer games. I maybe didn't play as much as I wanted to play, but he was always there no matter what. And it kind of shows what my parents were like. They didn't care how we were doing. They were just always there to support us. And, if it wasn't for them, I don't think I would have made it, been so, I guess the word is to, inspired to keep playing at the college level and everything. They helped push me through it. And, playing in college sport really helped define who I am now. Athletics are just so amazing for a student especially. It helps you keep your life on track, get on track, and, be scheduled and have a structured schedule, I guess you would say. It's been amazing to see after reading the Orange Bowl effect and to see how much it has affected the Wake Forest University. I don't know if you've all seen it, but the applicants were up second highest percentage of applicants the next year after the Orange Bowl was 26%, and of that 2008 class, they had the highest academic achievement awards for ever at Wake Forest University, which kind of I think goes to say a lot about the university and how the athletic program can promote, academics and as well as the alumni support that was given from that Orange Bowl. I think it was, I have it here, it was like 14,150, I forgot what they wrote, but that many alumni were donating to Wake Forest after that Orange Bowl, and that was, I think, the most ever. So just, the Orange Bowl effect goes to show how well athletics can bring up a university and make it more of a, established institution. And so other than that, Lauren and I hope that their legacy can continue here at Wake Forest. Lauren and I have all intentions to continue their legacy and their gift of giving. We also just wanted to thank the Healy family. I just realized that they made a donation to the athletic strength and conditioning program here at Wake Forest in honor of Jim and Beth, and that's kind of the what we hope to see happen, and people continue to donate to athletics to help bring up the university and make it a better place, and it just boosts the university. And Lauren and I just would like to thank everyone for being here and honoring their legacy, and we hope to have a good time today, and go Deeks. Let's see a big upset today.
Thanks, Dean. That was awesome. I can tell you, we were going to name this lobby for Jim and Beth Judson regardless of any donation that we would receive. It was the right thing to do. It's at the right place. And I think it tells the right story of what they were all about. But many of you have contributed, and we really appreciate that. There's a lot going on in the athletic department with the campaign kicking off, but more of that to come. But certainly this is about Dean and Lauren and Jim and Beth Judson, and please enjoy the display, enjoy the day today, and let's get a victory over the Seminoles.